Hey, Queen City Gaming fans, welcome back, folks, for Star Wars Legion unboxing. Today, guys, we have Grandmaster Yoda, an amazing command option for any GAR army out there, especially looking for a more technical piece to play with. So, Grandmaster Yoda is a brand new option, and this is kind of a unique box, too. Now, I know a lot of us are frustrated out there, especially if you're in the US, like I had to order mine from Canada. Now, it comes with two model options. So you have a standing pose and kind of like a jumping pose. And then the standing pose can either be built with different heads or different arms. Now, also in this kit comes with the Chewbacca command cards for the GAR, which is unique. We've never seen this done in any expansion so far. So, super cool. Also weird, it still says Fantasy Flight on the box rather than Atomic Mass Games. But let's open it up, look inside. Now, a quick note, guys, you are going to notice the audio will be off a little bit because I'm having to re-record the audio. For some reason, my mic just did not work for this. So bear with me, but let's take a look inside, and we're going to have some high-def photos afterwards. So you do get one set of instructions, kind of instructions, more like a parts list. You get one bag with two bases in it for both models, and then you get one frame, and guys, those are some tiny parts. All right, and then you get his cards and tokens and everything, and yes, you do get two command tokens. So let's look at the instructions. Inside, guys, you're going to see the two different poses you can do. So you do have the kind of jumping pose, which is very standardized, not a lot of options. Now, when it comes to the standing position, I went with the bottom one. So where his hand is outstretched, kind of like he's doing force lift, which, hint, hint, wink, wink, is one of his upgrade cards in this kit. But super cool pose. I love it, and it's probably going to be the model I mainly play with, especially with his low profile. You really see how tiny this model is on the table. Now, the other option is you do get the lightsaber, and you can use either arm with either pose, just to give you a heads up. So let's open up the sprue, take a look at the parts, and then, guys, we will have some high-def photos here at the end. So you will notice, guys, you get a ton of little pieces. You do have 3 head options, 2 lightsabers, but a super cool little sprue, great detail with the plastic we've come to know for Star Wars Legion. Even with the plastic shortages that we're seeing in the world, no crazy changes to the plastic quality either. No loose pieces, and it's really nice that it comes in a bag now. So if a part does fall off, it'll stay in the bag rather than just being randomly floating around in the box somewhere. So, alright, we do get 2 standard bases in GAR colors. And on to the good stuff. So, for those of you just getting started with Star Wars Legion, every unit comes with tokens that you'll use throughout the game, as well as command cards and upgrade cards. The upgrade cards are different in every box you get, but you get 2 command tokens, 1 3 suppression, 1 suppression, 2 immobilize, 1 wound, 1 3 wound, 1 dodge, 1 aim, and 2 surge tokens. Alright, on to upgrades. So, where are we going to start with? There we go. His command cards, Chewie's command cards, and his command cards onto upgrades. So you get Vigilance, which is a command card that allows you to save dodge tokens after your round, which is going to be really big for GAR players, especially with how many tokens that can get generated now with Yoda. And with the changes to the Clone Trooper keyword, it's really going to be great to save those tokens if you don't use them. That way the unit has them later on in the next turn. Alright, so the new card in the pack is Burst of Speed. You get 2 copies of this. These are one-time use force powers, which cost 3 points. At the start of your activation, treat your maximum speed as 3 until the end of the round. If you do, gain 1 immobilized token at the end of the round. This is probably going to be the hottest upgrade card you're going to see for a while. Right, every force user is going to want to do it. So we have Force Barrier, which is not a new card, but it's a great card because it allows you to protect the clones around you. If you're building a more defensive, supporty Yoda, that's a great card to put on him. So Force Lift is a new card that comes in the pack. It is exhaustible. It is 5 points, and it gives you a free barrier at the start of your game. It allows you to pick up and move terrain, especially with Yoda, which is a big thing because with low profile, you're going to be canceling out 3 hits if he's behind a barrier. So might be an interesting thing to kind of play with. I don't think it's going to see super competitive play, but very interesting. And you get 2 copies. Now you also get 2 new training slots. So Into the Fray, when when an enemy unit at range 1 activates, you may gain 1 surge token. Pretty interesting. And then Protector, which is going to clearly be for Chewie. You can Guardian critical hits, and it is exhaustible. So it's a super cool card, especially for Chewie, who has the Guardian Commander keyword in a GAR, or even for Rebels, where you can do it on any group. So some super cool options. Let's go into command cards. So starting with Yoda. Yoda is a command option. He is 200 points. He has 5 health, 4 courage, red saves, surges to crit, which is great, and surges to save. But be wary, he is only speed 1, so he's not that fast of a model and will get left behind by your clones if they advance too quickly, or by your Wookiees, really. Now, he has 2 attack options. So his lightsaber is range melee, 4 red, impact 2, pierce 2, or force wave, which is a ranged attack at range 1 to 2, 4 black, blast suppressive. He gains guidance. So you choose another friendly trooper unit at range 1 to 2. That unit may perform a free non-attack action, which is super cool. So it can really help get Wookiees into the enemy's lines really quickly, or it can help you move into cover if you need to. All right. Ataru Mastery. So you can perform up to 2 attack actions. After you perform an attack, you gain 1 dodge token. After you defend, gain 1 aim token. While defending against a ranged attack, if you spend a dodge token, the attacker suffers 1 wound for each surge result rolled. Super cool. He's immune pierce, and he has Master of the Force 2. So super neat. He has 3 force options as well as 1 command option. Overall, Yoda's going to be a really cool piece to use, but where he really shines is his command cards. So he has 3 command cards. One of them's for the Wookiee over there. So size matters not. It is a 1 pip Yoda only. Yoda gains jump, charge, disengage, and treat his maximum speed as 3, which is crazy because then you don't have to use force speed. During his activation, you can perform any of his standard or free actions up to 2 times. If there is no try in your discard pile, return it to your hand. So Yoda has a cool mechanic to where he can bring back his used command cards, which is crazy, especially when we get to his 3 pip, which is Luminous Beings Are We. Now, his 2 pip is There Is No Try. It's Yoda and 1 trooper unit. When Yoda issues an order to a trooper unit, it gains Outmaneuver, Relentless, and 1 dodge token. If Luminous Beings Are We is in your discard pile, return it to your hand. This is a great card and going to be really cool for some really interesting mechanics, especially if you have a unit of Wookiees where you want to disengage out of a unit and then charge into another unit. Super cool. Relentless is also a great effect to add into that as well. Now, his 3 pip, which is by far my favorite, Luminous Beings Are We. So it's each eligible unit. So everybody within range 3 of Yoda is going to get a order token, which is great for GAR because you're going to ball up usually anyway. So Yoda gains 2 aims, 2 dodge, and 2 surge tokens. He cannot attack. Friendly units at range 1 to 3 can spend Yoda's green tokens. If size matters not is in your discard pile, return it to your hand. So he's got a really cool mechanic to where he's going to cycle through all of these command cards. Super great and a super really cool, unique way to play this character. I think you're going to find him in a ton of GAR armies. Now, you're probably wondering, what about the Wookiee? Let's look into Chewbacca. So he comes with 1 command card and his unit card. So Chewie is a command option for GAR. He's 90 points. Okay. He is a Wookiee trooper, which is a new keyword we're seeing with the Wookiee releases. He has 9 health, 2 courage, white saves, surge to hit. He's speed 2. He has a melee option of overwhelm, which is 4 red at lethal 1 to 3 with his bowcaster, with 2 red, 2 white, critical 1, impact 1, pierce 1, which is great. Enrage 4. So when you have 4 or more wounds, you treat your courage as blank and you gain charge. He has Guardian to Commander, which is a new way of looking at Guardian. You can block 2 hits, but only to command options around you. So that's where he really differs from his Rebel counterpart. Reliable 2, at the start of your activation phase, gain 2 search tokens, and he gains scale. He also has 2 training slots, which is perfect for that new protector keyword, and a gear slot. E-stems could be an interesting option on him, but I don't think you're going to find it that often considering he has 9 wounds, which is crazy. Now, his new command card is a 2-pip. Size matters sometimes, which is funny. All right, Chewbacca and Yoda. If Chewbacca is at range 1 of a friendly Yoda, you may place the Yoda in base contact with Chewbacca. If you do so, you cannot perform moves and after Chewbacca moves, place Yoda in base contact with Chewbacca. While Yoda is in base contact with Chewbacca, Chewbacca gains deflect, can spend Yoda's dodge tokens, and rolls and defends dice. Right? So, pretty interesting. Pretty cool little kit for what you get. Now, please stay tuned, guys. I do have some high-def photos of Yoda from my painted version. I will warn you, he's not 100% based, but he still looks pretty good. So thank you for joining me here at Queen City Gaming, folks. I hope you liked the video. Queen City Gaming, folks, signing out.